So we're super excited to be adding reputation management to our suite of services and be able to offer this platform for you. We've got a really phenomenal and robust technology, and it's going to do a lot of great things for your business. So really excited to share this with you. And first, kind of want to start off with, why you're probably thinking, why do I need reputation management and why are reviews so important? So I want to start off with a couple of statistics here. So these are a couple of reasons why reviews are so important, with the first one being that a business's star rating is shown to be the #1 factor in choosing a business, and 92% of consumers are now reading online reviews. So that's almost 100% of consumers out there. Before they're making a purchasing decision, they are going to read your reviews and check them out and see what people have to say about you. 69% of customers agree a review must be written within 2 to 3 months to be even considered relevant. And lastly, 40% of consumers form an opinion after reading just a couple of reviews, 1 to 3. So besides these pretty powerful stats, along with that, review signals are actually now the 5th most influential factor in search engine rankings for your business. So fresh user-generated content and reviews, it's getting more and more, important in your SEO. So along with that too, on the flip side of things, 0 reviews are almost as damaging as bad reviews, both for Google and for consumers. Both Google and consumers tend to pass on someone who hasn't been reviewed at all. So the 2 problems that our reputation management software and platform is going to solve for your business. The first one is businesses don't control their reputation, which is the top driver for acquiring new customers. And the second is businesses don't act on customer experience, which is the top driver for retaining customers and keeping them happy. So you might, suffer from one or both of these problems, and our solution is going to solve both of these problems. So we not only have a tool to help you solve them, but we also have a tool to help you be proactive instead of reactive when it comes to people saying things about your business on the internet. So to solve both of these problems, we have 3 solutions in one platform that are going to enable your business to effectively monitor your online reputation, amplify your good reputation across the internet, and generate you new reviews on top sites that matter most to you. So the 3 core features of what we do are review monitoring and management. So this is where we're going to pull all of your reviews from all of the top review sites and pull them into the platform and dashboard so they can be easily managed from one centralized location. Second is review distribution. Now, what do we do when we get those positive reviews? We push them out in front of more potential customers for you. And lastly, review generation. Most importantly, we generate you new reviews on top sites that matter most to you, and it's an industry-leading process, which I'll show you in just a second. So I want to dig into each of these 3 core features a little bit more. So the first one being review management and monitoring. So this is one and the same. We categorize this as one core feature. This is where we give you the ability to monitor and manage all your reviews right from the dashboard. So the purpose of this is, so #1, saves you time. Obviously, you're a business owner, you wear a lot of hats, and manually going to several review sites is very time consuming. So it's going to save you time. And second, it's so reviews don't go unnoticed. Maybe you had a review written on BBB in 2013 that you never saw, just because there's so many review sites out there. So it helps you solve both of those problems as well, and you're able to respond right from the dashboard too. So I want to show you quickly here just an example of what the dashboard looks like. So this is the dashboard here. As you can see, it's going to be pretty easy to use, even if you do want to be heavily involved or if you want us to manage it for you. But you're going to see your business up here, and you're going to be able to see our logo right there on the left. So you'll be able to make that connection to our agency. And to manage your reviews, it's going to look like this. So we aggregate all the reviews across all review sources into the dashboard. And there's filters over here if you want to filter by source, time period, ratings, or status. Maybe if you want to knock out all your 1-star reviews, for example. You have the ability to respond to reviews. If it's a Google, Facebook review, you can actually respond right from the dashboard, and it'll go right on Facebook and Google, which is awesome. We do have integrations with those companies. And if it's another source, such as ZocDoc or Home Advisor or OpenTable, we'll redirect you to the third-party source so you can respond that way directly from the dashboard. So this is what the dashboard looks like. We do also have the ability to share. So let's say you have a raving review from Nick. You want to promote that and amplify that, get that out in front of more people. You can actually share it right here on your Facebook and Google page, and we'll have that all set up for you. So that is what the dashboard looks like. So the second core feature is review marketing. So again, how do we get your positive reviews in front of more of your potential customers, therefore driving more business? You know, if we promote your positive reviews, maybe on your website, your social feeds, it's going to help acquire new customers. So we do that in a couple different ways. The first one is we're going to auto post your best reviews to your Facebook and Twitter page. So we do 3 per day, and it's going to do your positive reviews only. And again, you know, if you want to go back and manually share any, you can certainly do that as well. You just don't want to flood your newsfeed. Second is we're actually going to put it on your website. So we have a couple different widgets that we'll be able to implement on your website, but the first one is going to be a badge. So as you can see here, it's a badge that shows the number of positive reviews only. And then we also have this badge here, or excuse me, this feed here. So this actually doesn't require consumers to leave your website. They can actually scroll through all of your reviews across all sources right here on your website. So if you can see, it's their real self, their Google reviews, Vitals reviews, Health Grades reviews, and all that. So this is definitely the most popular one, as you can see why. It not only scrolls through it, but it also shows the source of the review as well. So it helps with credibility when potential customers are checking out your website. They're on your website, they're deciding, am I going to choose this business or am I going to continue my search into another business? So having those positive reviews only right there on your website is extremely powerful. So that is review marketing. And then the third thing is we actually also create you a custom review microsite that's going to live right on Google, just like a Yelp profile does, that houses only your positive reviews. So that is the last thing. So that's going to, again, help you stand out, you know, from your competition and make you look like the premier option. And the goal of that is we're trying to drive consumers somewhere where we control, whether it's through a Google search, your Facebook page, or your website. So that's review marketing. Now, lastly is review generation. Now, this is our bread and butter. And we have an industry-leading process. We have the ability to drive new reviews and generate new reviews on sites that matter most to you. Maybe you're a doctor and you want AVO reviews, or maybe you're, a doctor and you want ZocDoc reviews, or a lawyer and you want AVO reviews. So this is our process for review generation, and this is why we have such high conversion. So let's say this is your customer or your patient or your client. They have a name, obviously, and you're either collecting their name or email or both, hopefully all 3 of those. So as long as you're collecting that data, we can bring it in the system one way or another. And what we do is we send out both text messages and emails post-transaction. So this is our process. So we actually ask a sentiment question. So what that means is we send out text message and email to your customer or your patient, and we say, would you recommend us? So what that means is we're trying to gauge whether or not they were a happy or unhappy customer before we send them to the next step. So if they say yes on that initial sentiment question, we're immediately going to take them to leave a review. So this is where you have the ability to change the review sites, and you can choose up to 3. And we have this deep linking technology, which means if I'm logged into Google and I click yes and then Google, it's going to take me straight in with my name and 5 stars auto-populated, as you can see there. So it's a 2-click process for someone to leave a review, which is why it's really not only seamless for the consumer, but why we have such high conversion and we're able to generate so many positive reviews for you, because we don't lose people. We turn a 10-step process into a 2-click process. So people don't have to create logins and find the business and all of that. Now, let's take a step back. Let's say, would you recommend us? They say no on that sentiment question, which means they're unhappy. So if they say no, they're going to be redirected to a private-facing offline conversation. And once they hit submit, the only person that sees this is who's ever managing the reviews, whether it's your agency or yourself, or we could do both. So that goes straight back to you in real time, so you guys can resolve this internally before it does escalate and potentially, does hit a top review site. So let me show you actually that process so you can actually see it here, give you a better idea of the deep linking. So our SMS and email pretty much looks the same. On a text message, you can add a logo or, make it a little bit more personal. And the emails are going to look like it's coming from your business. So this is the process here. Would you recommend us? Yes or no? If they say yes, they're immediately going to be taken to leave a review on whichever sites of your choice. They click on review us on Google. We have the ability to read into their phones or their computer and see what they're logged into, and it takes them straight in. My name is already auto-populated. It's that quick to leave a review for your business. And then if they say no, they're going to be redirected here, which is that private offline conversation. Now, what this is this is the biggest thing. This is more so like crisis management and giving you a chance as a business owner to help resolve issues before it permanently damages your reputation. So a lot of times, angry customers or unhappy customers aren't, trying to ruin your reputation. They just want a place to vent and feel like they're being heard. So this is an outlet for them to do that without it, hitting a top review site. And it'll go straight back to your email and phone. Now, on the dashboard here, it's pretty cool. You can actually see a high-level overview of all of your information here across all sources. So if you want to see your conversion, how many reviews we've generated for you, etc., you can see all that there. And we can add multiple users. If you want to add your wife, your husband, your whole management team, your assistant, whoever you'd like, there's an unlimited amount of users as well. And then each user will be able to set up their own alerts. We can certainly set up those for you so you guys can get alerted how you want and when you want. So that is pretty much it. I mean, it's a very easy platform to use, as you can see. It's pretty straightforward, but it's extremely powerful in solving those two problems. One is businesses don't control their reputation, and businesses don't act on customer experience. So now you can see how we give you the ability to do both of those things and solve both of those problems. So what is the goal of this? Of course, the goal is, to get more revenue for your business by increasing your online reviews throughout the web. By increasing 5 to 9% in your overall star rating, just a 1-star improvement, increases your bottom line 5 to 9%. So that is the overall goal. And like I said, these are the 3 things that it does. They all streamline together. And when you purchase our platform, you're going to get all 3 of these. So contact me. We can chat pricing, and super excited to be working with you. And hopefully we can get you started here shortly. Thanks so much.